Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for June 3rd, 2026.
Yep.
We are officially at the halfway point of this year. I don't know what else to say. Kevin, how have you been? Or actually, well, before we get into that, my name is Garrett.
And I'm Kevin.
Kevin, how have you been over the last week?
Good. Just been playing a lot of Forza. Got not almost done with the game. There's so much to do, but main storyline I got done with. We went to the movies together this weekend on Friday, which was pretty awesome to see a sold out theater. That was amazing, and everybody behaved themselves, which I was very kind about. So I was very stoked about that.
Yeah, that's right. We did go see a movie together. I wonder which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possibly the one we've been hyping nonstop for a couple months? Maybe. We'll get to that when we get to our movie reviews. But good to hear everything's going well. I'm still doing absolute shit, so I'm going to go ahead, and it's not the place to talk about it, but let's just say it's been a really bad week. Let's go ahead and talk to some news this week, though. Let's go ahead and jump off first here. No shock, big news this week. Backrooms has smashed box office records, blowing past industry projections, thinking it was going to end up somewhere around 30 to 40 million. They upped that projection to 50 to 60 million on Friday, and then it hit over $80 million over its opening weekend, which is impressive. It did that in 3 days, whereas Mandalorian and Grogu did it in 4. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we're in the Gen Z age now. But I mean, on top of that, Kane Parsons is now the youngest director to have a #1 hit movie in the world, which is absolutely incredible. It's now the highest grossing A24 movie of all time, which we'll see how the Elden Ring movie does next year or the year after or whenever it's coming. But this is all really impressive.
I mean, fantastic work by Kane. We'll talk about it too when we get into our reviews. But I mean, the theater was just absolutely hyped about this. There was a lot of 4 people in our theater were dressed up in like the yellow suits and stuff like that, which was really cool today. I haven't seen that in a movie theater in a long time, I feel like. And everybody was just very respectful, but very excited about what they were going to go watch. So,
yeah, I don't think I've seen that kind of level of excitement around a movie since probably, Force Awakens in 2015. I don't know.
Okay.
Or maybe like Avengers.
I would say maybe Endgame or Infinity.
The last time I saw some really high levels of excitement. So,
But yeah, another one. Obsession saw another jump in the box office earnings with 3 straight weeks of incoming returns. I mean, it's increasing returns. Fantastic. I mean, it's an amazing picture for made less than $1 million. Like, and you can't even tell, to be honest with you. Like, it's portrayed so well throughout this. I mean, we talked about it last week, but you just need to go see it and see how well this was made for the money that it was given.
Yeah, no, almost no movie in history has ever had 3 straight weeks of increasing returns, which is absolutely incredible. As of right now, it is also one of the most profitable movies of all time. As you mentioned, being made for under $1 million, it was made for $750,000, and it now has a worldwide gross of $161 million. So
good for them. Good for them.
Yes, very, very good. But let's go back here. Speaking of Backrooms, though, Kane Parsons is developing a Backrooms sequel. This is official. Sounds like A24 has greenlit development, given the fact that this is their biggest earning movie ever, and it cost them almost nothing to make. But this is not surprising. It sounds like he's been wanting to do a lot more in this universe. Hopefully, it goes in a different direction. I mean, we know that the first movie was very different from a lot of other films we've seen. He's apparently Kane is looking for a new screenwriting partner to help kind of flesh out the film's script. So hopefully that happens. But
I mean, you after we watch it, you wanted to know more about the people at the end. Pretty much, I forget their names. Async, the scientist, would be again another good movie. It doesn't have to be like a sequel, like that.
Your voice cut out.
It could just be called like in sync or something like that, and that could be the title, and get people more hyped about that part, because that's very interesting to me. I want to see.
You know what? It's interesting because I was watching some of the short films on his channel afterward, and there's a short film that goes over what Async wants to do with the Backrooms and how they want to make money off of it. Basically make it like an infinite storage facility, and basically control where the openings are. So if there's an opening on one side of the country and then there's an opening on the other side of the country, they can just take delivery trucks and stuff through the Backrooms, kind of like Nether Travel in Minecraft. I would be really interested to see something like Mad Max Fury Road, kind of like it's like people guarding delivery trucks from the entities and stuff. I think that would be fascinating, but who knows? It could be anything literally at this point.
And I'd be so down to see it.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. In other news, the Moana live action remake will be 13 minutes longer. Cool.
Yep, it'll be longer than the original animated one. I'm assuming because they're doing just fleshing more stuff out or adding more time for comedy or music or who knows. We don't know why it's longer yet, but there it is.
There it is.
But up next, Mason Thames and Dacre Montgomery are joining the upcoming John Wick spinoff around Kane, the blind assassin. Mason Thames being the main actor from the Black Phone films, as well as the How to Train Your Dragon live-action remake. And then obviously Dacre Montgomery is from Stranger Things. He was also just in Faces of Death, the kind of meta remake, and was also in Dead Man's Wire, which he was good in that one too.
Yeah. Okay.
Really exciting for him to see a lot of like how he can flex his muscles. So
his acting muscles. He's had a lot of different roles, which is really cool, actually.
Good for him. I mean, it shows that he can do a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, Zack Snyder is directing a remake of Escape from New York. Now, I have not seen this movie. Have you, Garrett?
I have. I reviewed it I want to say 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months ago? Okay, so I don't have any input on this because I haven't seen the first one. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I mean, if there's any director to do it, I think Snyder could be fine because the original movie is not very deep thematically. It's just an action escape movie. So, I mean, I don't think he's a wrong choice by any means. But, I would have liked to have seen a better filmmaker. But I don't think it is. I don't think it needs a remake, though. I think it's fine by itself. So, it's whatever. I don't know. And some pretty bad news. An AI film called Dreams of Violets is debuting at the Tribeca Film Festival, which is the first film festival to openly embrace a completely AI-generated film. made for $2,000 and is completely missing, sets,
Emotion.
people. It's a documentary though, which is weird, with like recreations of the Iranian protests back in January, which led to violence from the state and things like that. Has nothing to do with the brainless American war going on. It has to do with the government at the time when they were cracking down on civilians. This is terrible. And the fact that people are defending this, like, I get like wanting to make a documentary about the protests. That's great, but make an actual documentary. Don't just type 3 sentences into Gemini or fucking Grok or whatever and give it. I don't know. It's stupid. I hate that it exists.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not what we need, unfortunately. So, but next up, some good news. If you like Masters of the Universe, it debuts to decent reviews. You know what? I'll take that for some comic book. What's it called? Comic book movies and stuff like that. If you get decent reviews,
yeah, I mean, like nostalgia kind of stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but it currently has a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, and over on Metacritic, it has a 53.
Hey,
so
I'll take a 53.
Not terrible by any means. For kind of, I guess, comparison's sake, Mandalorian and Grogu had about the same Metacritic score. So
okay,
it sounds like it's just gonna be a fun time.
I think it might get people into the universe as well. No pun intended. But like me, did you grow up on Masters of the Universe?
No, it was before my time. This is
okay, yeah, because then it might be interesting to go back and watch maybe the anime or cartoon for us. So if we,
I know Joey in our audience is a big fan, so I'm interested to see what he'll have to say if he goes to go see it.
Nice.
So, alrighty, but that is the last story this week. But let's go ahead and talk about the movies that are showing up on streaming. Only 2 big ones going on this week. First up, Exit 8, which is another liminal space horror movie, is now streaming on Prime. Would highly recommend it if you liked Backrooms or if you're into kind of Backrooms type content. It's also probably one of the better video game adaptations to come out in some time. So it's available on Prime now. And then also Ready Player One, the Spielberg adaptation of the book, is now on HBO Max. I mean, Kevin and I both really love that movie. And I think it's better than the book. It's probably a hot take, but that's just me. But that is it for the stuff that is streaming. Let's go ahead and move on to the trailers this week. And Kevin, did anything stand out to you?
I mean, the first 2 that's on here, at the end of Oak Street, looks very interesting, and I just want to see what the hell is going on in that movie because it gives you absolutely nothing to go off of, which I absolutely love. And How to Rob a Bank looks like a fun time about just robbing banks and on social media, and I just want to see how it does because I did see Pete Davidson in The House last week, and I was very impressed with his acting. So I want to see how he does in this movie as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think The End of Oak Street looks fantastic. A big budget studio movie that's not, or it was a big budget studio movie about dinosaurs that's not Jurassic Park. It's hopefully going to bring people back to liking dinosaurs again. And How to Rob a Bank looks really fun. I mean, David Leitch is a great director, so I'm excited about that. And Supergirl, I mean, is just, it's coming. I don't know how I feel about it. And then we got the trailer for Onslaught in front of Backrooms. I think you were coming back from the bathroom when that was playing. And it's really interesting. It looks like a horror action movie from A24, which is not their typical thing. But I mean, hey, I'm glad they're taking chances.
Yeah, no, I saw this movie. I saw this one. Yeah. Interesting.
So, but I forgot to go to some, let's see here. Comments. Dragons and Rangers. How odd. Train Your Dragon and Power Rangers. Yeah. Great Escape from New York gets remade. Can Universal be involved? Probably not. I don't know. It depends on who owns the rights. That's all that matters. Alrighty, Kevin, why don't you take us to the box office?
Yeah, box office. No surprise here, I don't think, with Backrooms coming in with 81.4 million, which is absolutely fantastic. Obsession coming in with 27.4 million. Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu with 24.5 million, Michael with 11.9, and the breadwinner with 7.4 million dollars. I mean, just amazing. Those top two, not, I don't want to say like not being a big name company, but like A24 is a big name company, but not having like Disney attached to it and it being that successful is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, I mean, we kind of saw this coming, but Mandalorian and Grogu having the second biggest second week fall off in Star Wars history. But I mean, look how popular Backrooms and Obsession are. That's just really the long and the short of it.
Well, and the other thing too is Obsession, again, word of mouth is what it has going for right now, and it should, because of how good it is. So, and a lot of people weren't talking about Mandalorian and Grogu, but they were talking about Obsession no matter what. So
yeah, and I have talked to several people who do not like horror movies or kind of that kind of genre who are interested in seeing it. So the word of mouth is growing very, very well. And same with Backrooms too. Alrighty, but let's go ahead and talk about the movies that are coming out this week. And up first is Masters of the Universe, which we talked about. A young man on Earth discovers a fabulous secret legacy as the prince of an alien planet and must recover a magic sword and return home to protect his kingdom. This, of course, is the live-action adaptation of the classic 80s toy line and cartoon series. So if you're going to go see it, you can. Up after that is Scary Movie. Two friends find themselves caught up in mayhem involving killers, monsters, and supernatural creatures once again. Of course, this is the kind of legacy sequel for the Scary Movie franchise, kind of like we got Naked Gun last year. We knew that Paramount was going to be pushing a lot of these out. If you're excited for Scary Movie, go ahead and check it out. I feel like I've been, ever since we got like the first trailer and stuff, my excitement has gone down and down and down, and down for this movie. I don't know. We'll see when it comes out.
We'll see. You might have a grand old time.
You never know. But up after that is The Currents. During a business trip to Geneva, Lena's impulsive decision leads to perilous consequences. Back in Buenos Aires, she tries to bury her secret, but the dark past she left behind resurfaces to threaten her current life. This is a Spanish language film. I don't know which country this is actually from. It might be from Argentina. Can't quite. Yeah, Argentina and Switzerland. So if you want to check this out, it should be. It says releasing wide, but it'll probably be a limited release with limited show times. And up after that is Another World. A spirit guide in the afterlife realm helps souls reach reincarnation. When he meets a young girl whose anger threatens to turn her into a monster, he must save her while learning about human emotions. This is a new animated film. It is coming to us from Hong Kong, which it looks like it's based off of anime, but not like it's ripping off Japanese animation styles, which is really cool. It looks like its own thing. So this will probably be available limited showings. So if you want to go check it out, if it sounds interesting to you, then go ahead. Because if it's playing nearby, I might go check it out because it looks good.
Nice.
So, alrighty. And that is it for the stuff coming out this weekend. It's going to be a busy movie theater weekend this weekend. I think you're going to get a lot of the boomers and stuff going to see Masters of the Universe. You're going to have a lot more Gen Z still going to go see Backrooms and Obsession. Might see some people still supporting Star Wars, and we'll see how Scary Movie does. I don't think Scary Movie is going to open that well, but we'll see. What's really going to be interesting is who's going to win. Is it going to be Masters of the Universe, or is it going to be Backrooms?
I feel like it's going to be Backrooms. I don't think there's a second guess to that.
We'll see how big the drop-off is on the second weekend.
I just think Scary Movie fumbled to not have it during Halloween. That's the only thing.
I also think Scary Movie's fumbling it because, like, I was hoping that it was just going to be like a return to the original, like the first movie, like where it was just one movie it was lampooning. But this one looks like, again, like the disaster movie, like the epic movie, like all those where it just keeps throwing everything at the movie to try and get these brain dead, TikTok people off their phones for 5 minutes, and I don't know, it drives me nuts. Anyhow,
yep.
You know what time it is, Kevin?
It's time for our favorite part. It's close to our second favorite part. It's Flickle.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and do Flickle, and I actually think I know what movie it might be.
Already? Damn, it's not even up on my screen yet.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm already wrong.
Yeah, because I don't know it.
I thought it was Scary Movie.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and go to the next one. Oh, it's Scream.
I was gonna say Scream because of the music.
Yeah, I didn't get it from the music immediately. It like I think that's why it made me think of Scary Movie, was because the front of the school looks so similar.
Yeah,
but it was in fact Scream. So, one of the best 90s horror movies. So,
yeah.
You know what? That was really quick. Should we?
What's another one that we can do?
Let's do Yesterday's.
Oh, we can go to Yesterday's?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, that's cool.
Here we go. Let's do Yesterday's.
Oh, and I thought they were small and wrinkled before they got in the water. Oh, and I thought they were small and wrinkled before they got in the water.
No, sounds like awesome.
Where?
Emergency ward A.
Long time no hear.
What?
So, you actually make money by dressing up like a woman? Oh, sure.
I have no idea.
I have no
you
idea
make
what
money
this
by
movie
dressing
is.
up like.
So we're a donut puncture after all? No. Then what the hell are we? I don't fucking know. Thank you! It's good to be home!
To Georgia and
What the fuck? I need to watch this movie, apparently.
Anywhere I could run.
The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Never
we had to
guessed
lose
that.
one.
Yeah.
Lose one. Alrighty. Well,
We'll
let's
get
go
them
ahead
next
and-
week.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and change it up and talk about the movies we watched over the course of this week. Kevin only watched one movie.
Yes, I did.
And it's the same movie that I watched. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Kevin, why don't you lead us off?
Yeah, Backrooms. So we went to go see it in theaters together. It was the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic, and it was good. This is a movie you can take a person who doesn't like horror movies because there's not a lot of jump scares, but it's so interesting that it makes it a little bit scary, like the ambiance and everything that happens inside of the back rooms is just so eerie, and it doesn't make sense that they would have a good time with it, I feel like. And you still get a little bit of a heart race or a heartbeat going up on them. I did think it was, I'm not going to say slow, but there were some parts where I didn't care for, especially with like the therapist finding the back rooms instead of going with the main character. To both of them showing them back rooms at the same time, like with the camera. I think that would have been more of an interesting adventure that she finds, oh my gosh, she was telling the truth instead of her going by herself to find the truth, pretty much. But I like the ending as well. It's just an open book and you don't know what's going to happen next. And we're going to get more movies, obviously, about it as well. So, but it was just so eerie and scary as in creepy because of that ambience. I feel like I gave it an 85 out of 100. Still really enjoyed it. Maybe I thought it was going to be a little bit better too, if I don't say so myself.
All right. So for me, pretty close to you. I gave it an 80 out of 100. I think this was, Kane, congratulations. First time doing a full feature-length movie without any kind of film school or anything, and it did an absolutely incredible job. I think it's especially strong when it's dealing with the titular subject, when it dives into the liminal nightmare that is the back rooms. It's both frightening and comforting in weird ways, which is such an interesting duality. I think it does struggle a bit when it deals with the non-backroom stuff. I really like Renata Rhymes as a character and as an actress. I think she's good in the movie, but I think that she's given way too much backstory for a character that doesn't really matter, which was kind of frustrating. Hopefully she's important going forward.
Yeah.
You know, and like maybe she becomes like async psychotherapist or something like that. You know, because she's been there, she understands. Who knows? But she would tell Ejiofor is also fantastic in this movie.
Yep.
The side characters are really fun too, especially Mark Duplass, who's only in the movie for a little bit, but he's great. I do think it stumbles with pacing. I do think that everything outside of the Backrooms makes the film feel a little slow at times, and I think that's not Kane's fault. I think that's the other screenwriter trying to put in some sort of other kind of content, which is probably the reason why he's not coming back for the sequel. So, but I do think this is a really fun time, though. I wouldn't say it's necessarily scary. I think it's really unsettling and it's creepy and it is disorienting. And I think this is the best look at this kind of world yet. And I'm scared of how many imitations we're going to get from other studios trying to capture the liminal magic. But you know, I think this is still good, and I'm not really going to complain about it.
No, so, me neither.
I do want to see actually. I think what's it called? Someone made a user profile for Nikki from
Obsession.
I'm trying to find if she reviewed
Backrooms.
Or someone on the account or whatever. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Anyhow, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
yeah,
and cool to see a sold out theater.
Oh, it was crazy to see it.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the movies that I watched. A lot of short films, so this should be pretty quick. But for the May Challenge was still Matriarchy, so women-directed films, and I watched another Lotte Reiniger short from 1921 called The Flying Coffer. This is a creepy little version of the fairy tale, and I think it's pretty darn gorgeous. I don't think it's as good as what came later in her filmography, but I'll be damned if I don't admit that it looked really something special for its time period. Not really that impactful, but still, you know, a gorgeous animated short from very early in history. And then 10 years later, another Lotte Reiniger short, Harlequin, which is a beautifully made short. Like, it gets a little crazy at times with its visuals, but it's absolutely enthralling all the same. The running water in particular, the way she does that and animates it is, whoo boy. And I would say, like Flying Coffer, it's not the most memorable, but I think some of the art on display in this one is better, which makes it stand above a little bit. Another Matriarchy film I watched, another short film, is Burrow from 2020. This is a Disney animated short. Disney or Pixar, I think. Really cool to see Pixar making a 2D animated short. So I'm really excited for their film Gato coming up next year, which is 2D. It's an awesome short that not only manages to be cute and fun, but also poignantly deep. Kind of basically the movie in a nutshell is kind of when you grow up and you reach out on your own for the first time, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. There's always going to be people who will provide you help if you need it. And going out on your own can be scary. And I think that this film really nails that. It's beautifully told, beautifully animated, and I think it's a really good time. So 88 out of 100.
Nice.
On the other direction from Pixar was a short film, Pearl, which is a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, it's beautifully animated, and I do appreciate what it's intending to do. The short is about a ball of yarn that is attempting to get a job at like a human workplace, but it is basically a way to make it so that it's the first woman coming into the office of all men. It feels like a ham-fisted attempt, that kind of message and story. It doesn't really do the best job, and it doesn't really do anything to resolve itself. It just kind of presents this situation and then doesn't really go anywhere. So 50 out of 100, mixed bag. Good animation, but not really going to have anything more than that. And then the last May Challenge movie that I did is another Pixar short, or Disney short. Yeah, Pixar short. It's a Spark short called Self. And this is a gorgeous and layered exploration of basically it looks like stop motion. It's like a woman who's made out of like wood pieces arriving in a new city where everyone is made of like plastic or metal or whatever. And the idea is, you know, you replace parts of yourself with what people expect of you. it's basically like what do we do to fit in with the people around us? How do we change and kind of lose who we are in the process? Really beautiful message there. I think that the animation of the main character is really good. It looks like stop motion. I don't know if it actually is, but it looks like it. And it's just the animation of everyone else, though, doesn't look as good because it's kind of like more, I don't know. It's weird. But I did like this, 82 out of 100. So
Nice.
Worth it. It's on Disney+. Alrighty. And then that was it for May. As far as June challenge, as of right now, I think I'm just taking a break. Maybe I'll collect everything at the end of the month. I've been doing it since October, so. But I was sitting on Saturday and I was just browsing through HBO Max when I should have been working, and was like, "What am I gonna watch?" And I forgot this movie existed. Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter. And I remember when this movie came out. It came out during the time when like this was popular, and like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies was popular, and those things. It's bad, but like in a fun way. The premise is absolutely and ludicrously absurd. Him fighting vampires is hysterical to think about. But the film plays it 100% seriously, which makes it kind of respectable.
That's hilarious.
I respect its audacity, and the direction isn't terrible. From Timur Bekmambetov, that's how you pronounce it. However, it's just very bland. The movie looks terrible because it has that weird like brown and gray filter over it, and it struggles with pacing and boredom. It's just boring. The cast, for the most part, is pretty dull. The actor they chose to play Lincoln is so monotone and almost characterless. Like, it's just like watching a cardboard cutout walk through the movie. The action was fun, but everyone else's regular moments were just kind of dull. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is probably the best part of the movie for sure. She plays Lincoln's wife. And then Dominic Cooper is fine as well. The action, like I said, is fine, but I wish it was in a better looking movie. Like, it was kind of hard to see a lot of it. There's too much CGI with the vampires. I wish they could have just thrown some fake teeth in there. Maybe some makeup would have looked a lot better. But they kind of did this like weird like CGI effect. It just didn't look good. It's bad, it's dull, and it's just a little listless. So I gave it a 30 out of 100.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
Right. And lastly, before we get into the wheel spin stuff, I watched the new documentary, The Grim in the Dark, which is for free on YouTube. It's also on Tubi. And this is a new documentary from John Heder, who played Napoleon Dynamite. And it's about him kind of, and I'll get into this a bit, but like discovering the world of the kind of art style and kind of aesthetic called grimdark. For those of you who've heard the word grimdark before, you've probably heard it in connotation with something like Warhammer, where it's like a grim, dark look at like fantasy or the future where everything is shit. It's basically our reality now, but like in the future or in fantasy or something. And kind of like how he kind of gets into it while trying to find a game for his son, and then he gets invested in all these things. This movie is incredibly misleading because John Heder portrays himself as someone who's like, what are all these games? Like, I've never heard of Warhammer before. He's a nerd. He's been playing D&D for like so long. He's been on Critical Role. His naive qualities in this are a complete lie. And it's really frustrating because we all know him as an avid D&D fan. He's been on Critical Role. He knows all these things. So the fact that he's kind of like playing a version of himself is really disingenuous. I was also hoping that this was going to be somewhat interesting. Like, it shows us like some really beautiful art, especially John Blanche, who recently passed away. John Blanche is the guy who worked for Games Workshop for a long time and helped create the look and the tone of Warhammer 40,000 and other things. And the interview with him that's probably the best part of the movie. They actually get to have an interview with him for like 20 or 30 minutes, and it's really good. However, the whole documentary just feels off because John Heder is a bland and boring host. The insincerity about his geek status is poorly handled, and I appreciate wanting to show this aesthetic and kind of highlight it in a documentary, but it should have been done better. And it also feels weird because like they bring up Warhammer in the short, but they never show any like models from it. They barely show any art from it because Games Workshop can be a very litigious and sue-heavy company, and they were trying to avoid that. But you can't talk about grimdark without Warhammer because it's the thing that popularized it. Also, one of the executive producers on this is the guy that created one of the games that's featured in the movie, so that is not, shown to you.
Yeah.
So that's also disingenuous. The artwork and the music's great, but it's just very insincere, and I wish it was better than it actually is. So
Okay.
but that's it for the ones that I watched this week. Let's go ahead and get into our wheel spin stuff, Kevin. And let's talk about your short first.
Yeah, my short was Cellbound, and this is a really fun short that has a story to it, but it's about a character. I don't know the character's name, to be perfectly honest with you. It's Tex Avery. So it's about a character that is trying to escape from prison, and he does so unsuccessfully by putting himself inside of a tube TV, but takes all the tube TV stuff out, and he gets sent right back to prison because it's going to be the warden's television, which was really funny as well. He's been doing different, like a boxing scene, but he's just hitting himself the entire time while he's changing the channel. Was very interesting as well. It was just a fun little short that had a story that started and ended, and I really enjoyed it. And again, animation back in the day, absolutely fantastic. So I gave it an 89 out of 100.
All right. My short this week also was really good. It was Rabbit Hood from 1949. This is a well-constructed, funny, and pretty darn original Bugs Bunny short. There's a part in this where he's walking through like the King's Garden, and the sheriff of Nottingham is like, "You can't be here," and then Bugs turns it into like a property listing and like eventually sells him a house, and he's like halfway through building a brick house when he realizes that what he's done, and that moment is so funny. Also, the ending of this is completely unexpected. I don't want to spoil it. It's really funny because I've seen the movie that it's based off of, and it made me smile.
Okay.
And I almost fell out of my chair. I was laughing. So, but good stuff all around. There's a part where Bugs Bunny plays a king and he's knighting the sheriff.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Arise, sirloin of beef," which was really funny. So 92 out of 100. I really like this one.
Nice.
It's a new like top 10 Looney Tunes short for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. I'll tell you what wasn't good was my movie, The President's Lady. It was so slow, and I couldn't give a rat's ass about this movie, unfortunately. And it's not because I'm not interested in history or anything like that, but this is about one of the presidents, Andrew Jackson, and how him and his wife met. I don't really care, and this movie drags on for a lot longer than I thought it was, and it's only an hour and 30-minute movie as well. But there was just nothing that I was riveted to or got glued to the screen to. There's just a bunch of drama. There's just a bunch of just talking a lot of the time, and nothing that solves the talking, which is really interesting. And it's very different. Back in the day, I put this in my review, how they were killing the Native Americans because, back in the day, that's what they did. And they were just stealing their babies. And that's how they got one of their kid, which is absolutely atrocious. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, that would absolutely never happen. But it was just a slow-moving movie that I could not care about, unfortunately, and couldn't get into. So I gave it a 47 out of 100 because it is the scenery was good and the cinematography was good, but other than that, I just didn't enjoy it.
Yep. All right. My movie, very different, was Black Belt Jones, which is a blaxploitation kung fu movie.
Oh yeah, you were excited to get this one.
Jim Kelly, who was in Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, and I love this in so many ways. The cheesy action, the music, the characters, it's all so much fun. When it's not doing those things, it's a bit boring, but luckily in an 80-something minute runtime, it's not that bad. Jim Kelly is so much fun here. I absolutely love the movie Black Dynamite, and you can see where a lot of inspiration for that movie comes from. He's a charming and fun lead actor, and I really enjoyed him in the movie. The rest of the cast is pretty fun too, but I will say one of the biggest problems with this movie for me was the dialogue. It's pretty terrible, and it's obviously dubbed in later. specifically, it happens a lot with the white characters, and their dialogue is terrible, which is really funny. So like it's like bad but funny. But there are also several like iconic and hilarious moments together. Like there's a part where Black Belt Jones comes out of a telephone booth or something, and there's like all the students of the karate school around him, and he's like, "Let's all go to McDonald's," and they're like, "Yeah!" and they all like. It's great. But when the movie's dealing with like the mafia stuff and like the villains and everything, it's just not that interesting. So it's not one of the best things I've ever seen. But I had so much more fun with this movie than I was expecting, and I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Alrighty indeed.
That is it for our wheel spin stuff. Let's go ahead and get to the next part, Kevin.
Yeah.
Which is what?
It's where we get forced, pinned down in our chairs, duct taped, and the wheel makes us watch a movie.
Well, I forgot the duct tape. I have painter's tape. I hope that's okay.
Hey, you know what? You just put a lot on there, you still can't get up from the chair. So,
And
I haven't tried that.
Whenever Kevin puts me in bondage, it's...
No, I'm not doing it.
But, yeah, of course, if anyone has any suggestions, we'll go ahead and give it about 2 minutes or so. Joey did text me, so he gave me some stuff to add, which are going to be shorts.
Okay.
I'm not looking at the stream right now, so just let me know if anything comes in. But what are you hoping for, Kevin?
4 movies, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your yawning there.
No, it's okay. Maybe a summer blockbuster would be cool to get in on the wheel, because summer's right here. So
true. Mechanical Monsters from 1941 and King Size Canary from 1947. Alrighty. Those are the shorts. I'll go ahead and save that real quick. Alrighty. As for me, I don't know. Just anything. I don't even... Doesn't matter what genre. Doesn't matter what it is. Just hopefully something that's not egregiously terrible.
Gotcha. You're gonna try to hit up
even if it is egregiously terrible, maybe
maybe it's okay.
You gotta have. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you're gonna try to hit up the movies this weekend.
We'll see. I do want to see Masters of the Universe, and I do want to see. I still haven't seen. There's something else, but. And I think our group was going to go see Scary Movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, we got to pick a time for that. So I
just can't do Saturday because it's my niece's 1-year birthday.
Oh my goodness, it's already been a year.
It has already been a year.
Damn,
it's absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
she is the kind of perfect age right now where she is adorable and giggly, and she's not a terrible 2 yet.
Nope, she's still a 1, so you can't give her a 2 yet.
There you go. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get into shorts because we got no other recommendations. Kevin, are you ready for a short?
I'm ready for a short.
Here we go. I should probably have one ready to go just in case it lands on my name.
I definitely should too.
Well, that is not one that you can do. So we'll shuffle it again. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? It's going to be Fresh Hair.
Fresh Hair.
The Fresh Hair of Bel-Air. So that is your short, Kevin. Let's go ahead and adjust that so it'll be my name. Alrighty, and spin it again. Ugh,
spinning.
I just watched Rabbit Hood, so I cannot do that one again.
No.
Shuffle. I believe that's another Kevin one. Yep. Shuffle it again. It's alright, this is gonna happen. And it's going to be Wabbit Twubble. Go ahead and put that there. Alrighty. So those are our shorts. Let me go ahead and shuffle that up and then save it. Alrighty, now Kevin, it is time for the Wheel of Movies. Are
I'm
you ready?
I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it?
I mean, I don't know. Too late.
Okay, well,
All right. Well,
No
the wheel is
turning back.
underway. What's it going to be, Kevin?
I want it to be something good.
Well, it's not. It's Airbud 3 World
Hey.
Cup.
Let's do it. The World Cup is coming like this
True.
this month, so
This is World Pup, though.
oh,
Just saying. Alrighty, and my movie is...
it is about soccer too. So perfect.
Hell yeah.
on.
Motel Hell.
Oh, very cool. I want to see if you like this one.
Is it on anything?
I think it might be on.
1980. Okay.
Might be on Shatter. I think that's where
It's
we're
on
watching.
Tubi.
Or Tubi. Mm-hmm.
No actors that I know in it, so that's... Oh, John Ratzenberger. Never mind. John Ratzenberger's in it. We're saved. Alrighty. So, shuffle that up and save it real quick. Alrighty, so that means that Kevin's short film this week is going to be Fresh Hair, followed by the Oscar-winning Best Picture of whatever year, Airbud 3 World Pup. So congratulations, Kevin.
Love it.
I will be watching the short Wabbit Twubble, followed by the 80s horror movie Motel Hell. So that is our assignments this week. Nice short episode this week. Not a lot of news going on because I think it's it's the summer season, so it's mostly just going to be talking about box office and flops and things that do well and don't. So, but that's going to be it for the show this week. Of course, we do have our movie club coming out on Friday, where we're going to be we're starting our June theme for movie club, looking at the Best Picture winners of the Venice Film Festival. So. We'll be taking a look at the sports drama The Wrestler, which will be coming up on Friday. And then, of course, we have this show every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen. Have a good night, everyone. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse.